skip to content. Iranian forces in Syria fired a volley of missiles at Israel early Thursday, retaliating against a recent Israeli attack and heightening tensions in the wake of President Trump's decision to pull the U.S. out of the Iran nuclear deal, Israeli military officials said. The Iranian regime's Al-Quds force launched about 20 rockets at several Israeli frontline military positions in the occupied Golan Heights section, military spokesman Jonathan Conricus said. Conricus wouldn't say how he knew Iran was responsible, only saying Israel views the attack very severely. Israeli defense systems intercepted some of the rockets and damage was minimal, according to military officials. No one was killed in the strike. Conricus said Israel retaliated for the attack, but wouldn't elaborate. This event is not over, he told reporters. Minutes later, Syrian state media said air defense systems in Damascus had shot down hostile Israeli missiles. The Syrian government also said it had fired at least 50 missiles at Israeli forces in Golan Heights early Thursday, marking the first time Syria has attacked Israel in years. Israeli Merkava Mark IV tanks take position near the Syrian border in the Israeli-annexed Golan Heights on May 9, 2018. JALAA Mary, AFP, Getty Images. Moments before the Golan Heights barrage, the Iran-allied Houthi rebels in Yemen fired ballistic missiles at Riyadh, the capital of American-allied Saudi Arabia. The missiles were shot down by Saudi air defense forces, according to military officials. Earlier this week, Israel fired missiles at a military outpost near Damascus, killing at least 15 people, 8 of whom were Iranians, according to the British-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights. The region has been on high alert since Trump announced Tuesday that the U.S. will exit the 2015 Iran nuclear deal, a move that drew condemnation from European allies and several Middle Eastern nations. The deal eased sanctions on Iran in exchange for agreeing to restrictions on its nuclear program, making it impossible to produce a bomb. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced last month that his government had proof Iran ran a secret nuclear weapons program despite the agreement. Trump cited Netanyahu's announcement as he officially nixed the so-called Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, which he blasted as defective at its core. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, left, and Russian President Vladimir Putin hold portraits of their relatives who fought in World War II, during the Immortal Regiment March in Moscow, Russia, Wednesday, May 9, 2018. Alexei Druzhinin, Sputnik, Kremlin pool photo via AP, U.S. Intelligence agencies and Trump's own Secretary of State have broken with his assessment, countering that Iran has upheld its end of the deal so far. France, Germany and the UK rapidly condemned Trump's decision and pledged to work together to uphold the agreement with or without the U.S. Netanyahu traveled to Moscow on Wednesday to meet with President Vladimir Putin and discuss military coordination in Syria. Russia has also sent forces to Syria to back Assad. But Israel and Russia have maintained close communications to prevent their air forces from coming into conflict. After 10 hours together, Netanyahu said he conveyed Israel's obligation to defend itself against Iranian aggression. I think that matters were presented in a direct and forthright manner, and this is important. These matters are very important to Israel's security at all times, and especially at this time, he said. Israel views Iran as its archenemy, citing Iran's calls for Israel's destruction, support for militant groups across the region and growing military activity in neighboring Syria. Israel has warned that it will not allow Iran to establish a permanent military presence in Syria.